Avalanche take control of their series. The Thunder take control of the Lakers. And who knows who the Knicks are going to be. And the White Sox are, wait for it, in a tie for first place in the Central. All of that and more on Snowman in the Morning. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
I want to ask. Oh yeah!
Let's work, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. And welcome to the Wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. Chat's lit up already. This first hour is presented by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. And speaking of fuel, we got a lot to cover in the next 120 minutes. Are the Knicks for real? We're going to find out tonight. And old Snowman's going to put the headset on for it. The Spurs, are they ready to bounce back at home? I'll have the headset on for that, and we'll break that down. Let's see. The Pistons took care of the Cavaliers, just like I thought they would. The Thunder took care of the Lakers, just like I thought they would. And the Avalanche took care of the Wild, and they're now up 2-0 in that series. All kinds of breakdowns coming your way. And we're going to start by dropping my phone. I'm sorry about that. We're going to start in Oklahoma City, where the Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending, reigning NBA world champions, and thank you, Darnell, the playmaker Solins, for that. And I'll say it again, the reigning and defending NBA world champion Oklahoma City Thunder smacked the Lakers around by a final of 108-90. OKC got 31 in the first quarter. They outscored the Lakers in every single quarter. And the Lakers in the second half had a grand total of 37 points, 19 in the third, 18 in the fourth. LeBron James led with 27 points. Rui Hachimura had 18. DeAndre Ayton had 10 points, 12 rebounds. Marcus Smart had a dozen. And Austin Reeves, and that's where I'm going to start this breakdown. Austin Reeves only had 8 points last night. That's not Austin. That's really not Austin Reeves. But Oklahoma City's defense, to their credit, shut him down. And they also shut the bench down. Jared Vanderbilt only had a pair. Jake LaRavia only had 3. Jason Hayes had 7. Had 3, Jackson Hayes, I beg your pardon, had 3. Luke Kennard had 7. And I heard it said this morning, and the key to this series is going to be the supporting cast. And the supporting cast of the Lakers did not show up last night. And the style of play frustrated the Lakers. It's kind of the same way that the Warriors, during their dynastic run, ran their offense. It's death by 1,000 backdoor cuts and death by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Meanwhile, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Chet Holmgren led them with 24. SGA, the reigning MVP, had 18. AJ Mitchell had 18. Isaiah Hartenstein had 8 points and 9 rebounds. Chet Holmgren, along with those 24 points, grabbed 12 rebounds. Lou Dort had 6, and that kind of concerns me that he only had 6 points last night. But they got help from their bench. Jared McCain had a dozen. Jalen Williams had 3 points. Alex Caruso had 5 off the bench and picked up a couple steals. 9 points for Isaiah Joe. And Cason Wallace had 5 off the bench. And again, the Thunder win 108-90. The Thunder supporting cast did much, much better than the Lakers supporting cast. And that is going to be the key to this series. The key to this series is going to be the supporting cast. Because if the Lakers, and Napoleon Dynamite is waiting backstage, and he's up here now, if the Lakers supporting cast continues to perform the way that they perform, especially last night, because let's just say it real, Napoleon. The Lakers got punked in the first game of that semifinal series. You all right there, Napoleon?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with some audio issues here.
Oh, okay. The Lakers got punked last night. They got straight up punked, and it started at the end of the first half when Oklahoma closed the half with a 7-0 run, led by 10 at halftime, and they cruised from there.
So I guess that means LeBron ain't all that he's cracked up to be.
Well, we've known that. The benches scare me because Oklahoma City, and the dog just said it in the chat, the champs are one thing LA isn't, and that's deep. OKC is deep. I mean, they play except for Nikola Topic, they played their entire team. Everybody was getting points on the Lakers, which frightens me defensively for the Lakers because how did Jim Durham put it? They got sliced to pieces. They got absolutely sliced to pieces. LeBron had 27 points. Yay. Who cares?
Yeah, greatest scorer of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? You can have all the points in the world, but if you don't have a team to back you up, you got problems.
Who cares?
Thank you. Thank you. The Lakers, I believe, are in trouble. Serious trouble. We're going to find out Thursday night for game 2 of that series. But your thoughts on OKC just slicing the Lakers to pieces last night?
Come on. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And LeBron and those Lakers, they don't have what it takes. Anybody who says they do, they utter blasphemy.
You know something? I've had some people tell me that the Lakers are going to beat the champs, and I looked at them and I said, "Are you kidding?"
Oh, dude, there was a map I saw on Facebook. I forget where the site or like what the page was, but they were asking all 50 states who they were rooting for. All but Oklahoma showed Lakers.
Including
which I saw that and I went, who told this lie?
Exactly. It's even the 2 states that I primarily lived in, Illinois and Indiana, said Lakers. And I'm going, like you said, who told this lie?
Okay, I found it. It was in the group chat that I shared the screenshot from. It said, according to Bleacher Report, they conducted a poll asking fans across the U.S. who would win in the Lakers and Oklahoma City Thunder series.
Mm-hmm.
And results showed that a majority of fans across the country outside of Oklahoma were rooting for the Lakers. Not
I, says me.
Same.
Not I, because I do not. Sick Diggie's with us from Norway, so we are now internationally syndicated. That just shows how much people hate the Sooner State. It does. And how people are so blind to believe in the Lakers that they would take down the champs in their house. Not after what I saw last night.
Yeah, anybody who says the Lakers are going to take this series, I have one thing to call you. Anakin Skywalker says it best.
Liar!
Exactly. Exactly. They got sliced to pieces. They got cut up, and it was death by backdoor cuts. And now the Don is in here with us. Hey, you!
Surprise, boys!
What's going on, man?
You know, the Lakers got sliced, diced, cooked, and booked last night because OKC is deeper than the Screen Actors Guild Association. Let's be real about it.
Let me ask you this, Don. Let me ask you this question as we continue to break down Lakers Oklahoma City to start the show today.
Okay.
LeBron had 27 points, and that led all scorers.
Who cares?
But their bench. Let me look at this again. The bench had a grand total for the Lakers. The bench had a grand total of 12 points. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City had 33 points off the bench. Thanks to Jared McCain, who had a dozen off the bench, and then 9 for Isaiah Joe. You and I talked about this, dog. How deep is this Oklahoma City team? We talked about it last year in the finals.
You said it yourself a couple of minutes ago. They played everybody but one player. You do that, you're showing that your bench will be the determining factor of this series. And LA is not willing to play their bench.
You know, and looking at it, the Lakers did play everybody on their bench except Max Kleber, which is stupid to me because Kleber was kicking butt in the regular season. But Be that as it may, 1, 2, 3, 4 players played but didn't score, and that was Dalton Connect. And this is at the end of the game.
You good, Bubba?
This is at the end of the game. Dalton Connect, Adu Firo, Nick Smith Jr. and Bronny James all played but didn't score. But that was at the end. That was at the end of the game. We've seen this before, gentlemen.
We have.
Where teams get so overconfident that they think they can just roll out onto the floor, play their game, and expect in this case the champs not to respond. That dunk by SGA at the end of the first half to put OKC up 10, I think, was the death nail in last night's game.
Oh, it was easily. I mean, the fact of the matter is, SGA, he didn't have his typical game. But the thing is, Oklahoma City didn't need it because Chet Holmgren went off for, what was it, 24-12 with 3 blocks?
24 and 12, yep.
They've got the pieces. They've got the actual pieces to back-to-back championships. They just have to put everything together, game in and game out. Is this series going to go 7? No. I say this series ends in 6.
After what I saw last night, this series could end in 5.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Seriously, you said gentlemen sweep at the top of the series. That's what I'm going with, and that's what I'm staying with. Oklahoma City wins 108-90. Let's pause for a break. When we get back, the Detroit Pistons are the number 1 seed in the East for the first time in a long time. And last night, they showed why. Dear Cleveland Cavaliers, you are cooked. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I make my surprise return, and that's the bumper I'm greeted with. Are you serious?
18 after the hour as the dog returns. Napoleon is here. And on Friday, the WNBA comes to Snowman Multimedia, and our brand new SMSN, that's Snowman Multimedia Sports Network, YouTube channel, and SMSN radio stations. We'll start with the Washington Mystics and the Toronto Tempo. That's at 7:30. And then at 10 Eastern, the Golden State Valkyries and the Seattle Storm, two playoff teams going at it. We'll have both of those for you as a WNBA premiere. And then on Saturday, to kick off our triple header action at 1 p.m., it's the return of the Indiana Fever to Snowman Multimedia. They will host the Dallas Wings at 1:30. I beg your pardon. Matter of fact, let me just give you the whole schedule that we got for this weekend. It is 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, it's the Wings and the Fever. 3:30, we'll have the Mercury and the Aces. And then to close our triple header at 9, we go to Portland, Oregon with the Chicago Sky and the Portland Fire. You want the best WNBA coverage? Tune in to the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network, powered by Snowman Multimedia. Okay, back to business. Dear Cleveland Cavaliers, just like the Lakers, you got punked.
Not only did they get punked, they got hit by a 3-ton steel Cadillac last night.
Yep. 111-101 was the final score. And this game was over after the first quarter because Detroit hung 37 points.
Yeah, Detroit just
on the
cruised.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's the type of ball they have. They go out for the early knockout and then they end up cruising. And here's another prime example of it.
So here's my question, gentlemen. The scare that they got in the first round series will that like propel them all the way to the World Championship Series? Because the Knicks are lurking, the Sixers are lurking, and they got to get rid of Cleveland. And dog, I'll come to you first. That 7-game series against Orlando, you think that will be a buoy for the Detroit Pistons in this series?
I think so, but New York is waiting with a message for them, because what I have seen out of New York so far in this playoff run, they can be extremely evil at times. I mean, what was it? 39 points, game 1 victory, and then they hung 50 in the last series on someone. I mean, who picked New York's Wheaties besides Danhausen? I mean, seriously here.
Well, Detroit will be waiting for them because Detroit has the home court advantage all the way through the playoffs. For the Cavaliers last night, Donovan Mitchell led them with 23. James Harden had 22, and he was 6 for 15 from the floor. Dear James Harden, it's time for your disappearing act. Evan Mobley had 14. Dean Wade had 5. Jared Allen only had a pair in 18 minutes last night. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers bench was led by Max Strus. He had 19 points. Dennis Schroeder had 9. Sam Merrill and Jalen Tyson played but didn't score. Jalen Tyson played 18 minutes. Keon Ellis had 3. Larry Nance Jr., Naquan Tomlin, Craig Porter Jr., Tyrese Proctor all did not play. Meanwhile, for the Detroit Pistons, they were led by Cade Cunningham, who had 23 points. 20 points for Tobias Harris, and we'll talk about the resurgence of Tobias Harris in a moment. Duncan Robinson, 19. Jalen Duren had 11 plus 12 rebounds. Asur Thompson had 11 and 8 rebounds, so all the starters were in double figures. Dennis Jenkins led the Pistons off the bench with a dozen. Isaiah Stewart and Ronald Holland each had 6 and 3 for Javonte Green. Karis LeVert played but did not score. And that's your scoring breakdown. The final once again, 111-101 in favor of the Detroit Pistons. Now
let's go back to Cade for a minute here. He had the 23 points, but that was on 6 of 19 shooting.
6 of 19.
That is a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Well, he was 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 2 for 5 from distance, but you're right. 6 for 19 shooting. The Detroit Pistons were just chucking up all kinds of shots last night, even though they hung 37 on the Cavaliers in the first quarter. They allowed Cleveland to creep back in the game. You can't do that. You can't
No.
do that after you hang 37 in the first quarter.
No, I mean, Detroit should have pulled away with this game the way they were hucking up shots, but this also proves how lethal Detroit is because they could have a really crap scoring night and still hang on somebody. And that's because Cleveland, what is it? Victor said something about a mini me and a Hell in a Cell and a step ladder. This is what Cleveland's doing. They're shrinking.
This is what Cleveland is. This is what Cleveland is. Let's go back to last year when they were the number 1 seed.
And
everybody expected the Cleveland Cavaliers to come out of the East because they won 66 games last year. Then they ran into the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, Indiana said, "Whack, get out of here."
In Indiana, according to a lot of people who have talked to me and talked to others and talked to my wife in tow, Indiana had no business winning that series. Yes, they did. They went to Cleveland and stomped them twice. And that's the opener series. Now, Detroit has the number 1 seed and they have home court advantage. Like I said, all the way through until the NBA Finals. Should they get there? They're looking good right now. But that 7-game series against Orlando concerns me, and I'll tell you why. Detroit needs some rest.
They do.
Detroit needs some rest. Even though they won last night, they get the day off. They get the day off today. Game 2 is tomorrow at 7:00, and thinking about putting the headset on for that. But Detroit played a 7-game series, and I'll go back to your point, dog. Detroit played a 7-game series in round 1. New York played a 6-game series. So New York got 5 days to rest before they welcomed Philadelphia. Detroit only had 2 days to rest before they welcomed Cleveland. Should these two Titans meet in the Eastern Conference Finals, talking about Detroit and New York, who would be better rested? Would it depend on what happened in this series?
New York's going to be better rested anyway because, I mean, not to take anything off of it, but it's Philadelphia. I mean, Joel Embiid has been hit or miss since the start of the series. He was out for most of the last one. So honestly, I think New York's going to come in better rested and, better to attack than what Detroit's going to come into. Granted, these two are going to throw hands like it's a schoolyard fight, but at the end of the day, it's going to be New York taking Detroit down in the finals.
We'll see if both teams have to get there. Both teams have to get there. Game 1 belonging to New York and Detroit in the East, and we talked about the West already. Let's stay in the East. And Napoleon, let me get your thoughts on the Detroit Pistons. Even though they won Game 1 handily, 111-101, does it frighten you that they chucked up so many shots, including Cade Cunningham, who, as Dog mentioned, was 6 for 19 last night?
A little bit. I'd say this is going to be a bit of a challenging series for him, I think. I mean, granted, I don't know a whole lot when it comes down to the NBA, but it's going to be an uphill battle. You do that much, you pretty much are wearing your team out, I feel like. But
yeah,
again, what do I know?
Enough. I'll tell you that. Let's go to New York. Knicks and Sixers play game 2 tonight after the Knicks beat up Philadelphia by 39 points in game 1.
Oh,
137-98. They close out beating Atlanta in Atlanta by 49, and they beat up Philadelphia by 39. Dog, I come to you. How dangerous, and you said it in our group chat, and I want you to explain it here. How dangerous, and not only dangerous, but driven is this New York Knicks team?
I haven't seen the Knicks this driven since Reggie Miller told Spike Lee to choke on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest about it. That's the last time I saw the Knicks this driven. And they are currently looking like the most dangerous team in the NBA going into this round. I mean, let's just get down to brass tacks. I would hate to face New York right now.
I would hate to face them also, considering let's review game 1. Jalen Brunson had 34 35 points for Jalen Brunson in game one. Let's take a look at the box score. First for Philadelphia, Paul George had 17. Joel Embiid had 14. On Dog, you brought this up, and I'll bring it back to you. 3 for 11 from the floor last night. 3 for 11 was their star Joel Embiid. Paul George was 6 for 11. VJ Edgecombe was 5 for 11. The Knicks simply didn't let the Sixers get up any shots.
Even the shots that the Sixers were taking were absolute garbage.
Even though all five. Go ahead.
What is Embiid doing taking so many threes? I mean, that's not his spot. We've talked about this time and again.
Yep.
Joel Embiid is a body in the post.
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing chucking up trays all the time?
I've had that concern since he came into the NBA out of Kansas. And even though all 5 players scored in double figures, the Knicks shot 41% from the floor in game 1 2 nights ago.
That's dangerous.
41% from they were allowed the Knicks allowed the Sixers only to shoot 41% from the floor. Meanwhile, the Knicks shot 63% from the floor. I mentioned Jalen Brunson had 35. Mikal Bridges had 17. Karl Anthony Towns had 17. 18 for OG Anunoby. Josh Hart had 8 points, and then their bench just took control because the bench basically was in after halftime after the Knicks led 74-51 at the half. Listen to this scoreline. Knicks put up 33 in the first quarter, 41 in the second, 35 in the third. 35 in the third. Victor Locke is with us in the chat. He said, if the Knicks go all the way, I'll never hear the end of it from Stephen A. and his fans. That will be my circle of hell. Yours.
I don't think Stephen A. is going to have much to talk about with the curse from Danhausen still looming large.
Listen, I would say that I trust this Knick team. I would say that they would be dangerous, but I don't. Not after what happened.
Look, they've put up
I don't trust
a 49-point beating in round 1. They've put up a 30-plus in round 2. Yeah, that's a given, but look at the teams they've had. Philadelphia, game 1, who showed up for them? Nobody.
Nobody.
And in that 49-point beatdown of, who was it, Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Who cares?
Exactly.
They've got to be able to keep doing that. I mean, you take Jalen Brunson out, take all of his points off the board, and the Knicks still ended up beating Philadelphia by what? 4 points?
Yeah.
They have to have better production.
And
Saucy needs to be able to step up more. Jalen can't do all the work.
Saucy Cat didn't step up in game 1. Period.
No, he was non-existent.
He may have had 17 points, but how loud were those 17 points?
Not very.
How loud were the... When you think of Karl Anthony Towns, going back to his days in Minnesota, all the points he scored were loud. You knew he could score. You knew he could play with his back to the basket. You knew coming out of Kentucky that he was going to be dangerous. Since the move to New York, what's he done?
He's had maybe what 5 or 6 30-plus point games.
Exactly.
So it really sounds like Nuth and Ing.
Basically. Because I don't remember, especially when it comes to the postseason, I don't remember Karl Anthony Towns having a loud game. It was supposed to be game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but then Tyrese Halliburton happened.
Tyrese said, I'm stealing the spotlight. What are you talking about?
And he did. Yeah. And he did.
Plain and simple.
the last 2 years, the Knicks have been to the Eastern Conference Finals. They got punked 2 years ago by your Boston Celtics, and then a year ago by the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, but here's the question: can Detroit do it this year?
Yes. I normally don't cheer for the Detroit Pistons because of my hatred for them from the 80s and the 90s with the bad boys. But I like Cade Cunningham. And I say hatred very playfully because Detroit, as we talked about, Detroit built a powerhouse.
They did.
Chuck Daly built a powerhouse. All right?
And
they kept beating my Bulls, dag nabbit.
Well, I mean, that was the rivalry of the 80s and 90s. I mean, let's be real about it. Yes, there was always going to be talk of the Celtics Lakers because it's East Coast versus West Coast.
It's East versus and it's Magic versus Bird.
But the hidden rivalry that finally came to a head once those two teams kind of fizzled out a little bit was Detroit-Chicago.
Was Detroit and the Bulls. Sadly, I doubt it, says Victor. I don't think Detroit has the horses to do it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And I know my bias is coming through. I know that.
Man, everyone's got a bias. Come on, let's be real.
Look, I don't want to see the Knicks reach the finals. Because with all the Nick and YSL Hefe, I love you dearly, brother. I really do. Besides Stephen A. Smith, if the Knicks go all the way to the World Championship Series, not only will Stephen crow, but so will Wise. And I know Wise. He's a big-time Knick fan. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. We'll see.
That means we'd end up hearing from the knuckleheaded, Nimrodic Knick committee.
Oh dear God. No.
And yes, feel free to use that.
No.
Knuckleheaded Nimrod Knick committee.
No.
No.
No. Hell no.
No. And no.
No.
I refuse. I refuse to believe that. But watch. I say that out loud and watch what happens later. You know?
Knicks end up sweeping and we end up having to hear from them even worse.
I know.
Oh Lord.
The Knicks fan, and they're starving for a championship. They haven't won a championship since 1973. I get that.
There you go. 19. They're the least relevant team in the NBA.
There you go.
If we follow Droid's logic.
If we apply Droid's logic, the most irrelevant team is the Knicks because they haven't won since 1973.
Yeah, see, there you go, 19.
They haven't won anything since Studio 54 was a thing.
Right. Let's apply Droid's logic to all the playoff teams. Okay, and we'll start with the play-in round, and of course, I'm showing my bias. Golden State is relevant because their last championship was 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
In a 6-game war against the Boston Celtics.
That was fun to watch.
Yes, it was. I wish I'd have been well enough to call that series, but I didn't have the equipment, and I was still recovering at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, no, irrelevant. They haven't won anything. Even though they have a 1-game lead on the San Antonio Spurs, thanks to Anthony Edwards coming off the bench with 18 points and stopping Victor Wembanyama, who had 12 blocks.
This is why there's so much controversy around why did Cooper Flagg win Rookie of the Year and not Victor?
Well, Wemby, let me correct you. Wemby did win Rookie of the Year in 2024.
Oh, he's been around that long? I thought this was his rookie year.
Yeah. Well, he had a couple of major injuries.
Yeah.
He had a couple of major injuries, but he did win Rookie of the Year in 2024.
Okay.
Wemby had 12 blocks last night, and Anthony Edwards said, who cares? 35
man goes off.
Points. 35 fourth quarter points to get Minnesota the win. Game 2 is tonight in Texas. How bad, dog, do the Spurs need this game going to Minnesota this weekend.
About as bad as they need Tim Duncan to come back. Let's be honest about it. Because the Spurs haven't been relevant since Timmy D, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and that run they were on. They need something.
Well, they're relevant now because they're the number 2 seed in the West. And if you blinked, which I did, for portions of the season, you wouldn't realize that the Spurs won 62 games.
I mean, they went on some crazy runs this season.
Yeah, man.
But it's been a roller coaster for them. I mean, when they were up, they were way up, but then came to crash back down to earth.
They flirted for a long time with the number 1 seed because they kept punking Oklahoma City.
Didn't they sweep them in this? Didn't they sweep the regular season series?
3 games to none. 3 games to none. So, as you said earlier in the season, if Oklahoma City has kryptonite, it's in San Antonio. But the Spurs have to get there. Game 2 tonight, 9:30. Yours truly will have the headset on for that. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have the question. We'll have the question of the day and the most surprising thing in Major League Baseball. And when I say surprising, you won't believe what I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
back in the news.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
There's a lot of teams that could ask that question. What are we doing?
42 after the hour, and you know that Cowboys song?
Yeah, what about it?
By how did put it by Tyrone Alexander McDummy?
Why are we talking about McDumbass now?
Because my wife was singing the song when she heard it in my headset.
Oh, for God's sake. That's about as bad as me actually having to explain something yesterday on Jen's stream.
What'd you have to explain?
Alarm Island.
Oh, jeez.
No, I had to correct Jen because she thought we were doing it during NFL picks. I was like, if you're gonna tell the story, tell it right. It was during college football picks. It was
Right.
Clemson, South Carolina, and I meant to
Yeah.
say Gamecocks, and something didn't come out.
Later on today.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YOKAY. Real LJP, now approve all this.
Somehow still being paid for by the
And,
city of
I don't know how.
That thing's more broke than LeBron James's jump shot. Now then, I'm going to tell you. Someone asked me, and I couldn't do the hockey game last night. I had something come up, so y'all forgive me for that. I will have the basketball doubleheader tonight. Listen, I'm going to say something, and I can't believe I'm going to say it. You realize the White Sox are a half game out of first place in the Central Division?
Well, that's actually because surprise. Let's put it this way. Y'all did one big thing right during the offseason, and you added a smoking hot bat.
Munetaka Murakami
has been destroying it.
I should know because I
Munetaka.
watched him hit a grand slam toward the batter's eye at Sutter Health.
Now, if we're going to talk about baseball, I got to go off on something.
Hold on.
And I gotta-
Do I have it?
Do you have it?
You know what? We'll put it here.
Now that's a clean burning seat, I tell you what.
I tell you what. And I'm
Go
going to do
for
it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Open email.
Oh, no.
Address of sending. Front office Boston Red Sox at gmail.com. Subject of email. Huh? Body of email. To quote Chris Dietz, what are we doing here? We're sitting roughly, 7 games out of first. We're at the bottom of the AL East. You think that bringing in just a new manager is going to change things. You think rearranging your entire coaching staff is going to change things. And yes, we hung 10 on the Detroit Tigers last night, winning 10-3, but our pitching staff is absolute garbage. Our offense is completely lacking outside of 3 or 4 games where we've scored 7 or more runs. And you think that right now we're actually in a good position. I don't know if y'all have had too many Fenway hot dogs taken to your head or not, but we ain't in a good spot, y'all. We're not.
The Boston Red Sox has our brother, the big dog, howling foul.
Oh, I'm howling foul quicker than Angel Hernandez right about now.
Oh, dear God.
That's assuming that Angel Hernandez knows the difference between a fair and a foul ball.
Which he doesn't.
I mean, right now we are going to be the biggest buyers into the trade deadline. Now, yes, I know I'm saying this, roughly a month and a half into the season. But sitting at 7 games under 500 and our pitching staff looking like they belong in JV high school baseball, and even then they probably get rocked by 13-year-olds. We need to do something to fix this. We have not had a bright spot in our pitching rotation because we don't have what's the biggest poker card out there? Oh yeah, pocket rocket aces. And our offense 1 through 9 has been struggling. We don't have a guy in our lineup that's hit more than 5 home runs this season.
Oh, geez. Wait,
For the
what?
longest,
Wait, what?
we have, I believe, our highest total right now is Wilyer Abreu, and I think he's got maybe 5 home runs on the season.
Oh, my. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
my White Sox, Colton Montgomery has 9. Miguel El Tigre Vargas has 7. Everson Pereira has 3. Derek Hill has 2, including a big one a couple nights ago in San Diego. And we all know what Munetaka Murakami is doing. Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's getting to the point now where I would take Grady Little managing the Red Sox over where we are right now.
Oh, geez. Not Grady Little. Not Grady Little. Oh, boy.
I mean, I would say Terry Francona, but he's currently busy in Cincinnati.
Oh, my gosh.
Give me Grady Little leaving Pedro in too long over where we're at right now. I'm just saying. So, John Henry and everybody over in Red Sox brass, I would be making phone calls to everybody, including paying the extra to make phone calls to Japan. Because quite frankly, you'd be better off going out there and playing Forza Horizon than where we're at in the division. Because we're not going to see the playoffs. We're not going to see 70 wins at this rate. Email sent. Now turn the tank off.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, jeez.
Close the tank.
I'm back.
Tank.
I'm back.
Booted.
Oh, Jesus. You know what? Since we're talking baseball, in the second hour, we'll break down all the hockey playoffs, including the Vegas Golden Knights.
I got nothing to talk about there with my Bruins after what happened.
We're going to get to all that and recap everything.
Ugh.
I got a little something of my own.
Oh, boy.
And it's for my hometown.
Oh, you redid the Snowman take logo. Okay.
I did.
I like it.
Nice and short and smooth.
Now
then, let me reintroduce it again. And once again, I warn, the Northsiders are not going to like me. Now, give me this camera.
Here we go.
Dear Chicago Cubs, you.
Dear ESPN for putting that garbage on TV.
Dear Chicago Cub fans, you. I hope you collapse quicker than LeBron James collapsed after being defended by Kawhi Leonard.
What?
I hope you collapse quicker than the Cleveland Indians did against the Florida Marlins in 1997.
He's a Lou.
I hope. I hope you collapse quicker than the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023 when they faced my San Francisco 49ers.
Ouch.
Everybody in Cub Nation. My goodness. Now, I will admit two things. One, the Cubs are playing fantastic ball, so I'm joking around as I do this. And two, they are in front in the Central Division. But I'm a Southsider, and we're only a half game out in our division, so a whole lot of you. I'm going to laugh. That's all I got.
Couldn't do it without the commissioner showing up.
I couldn't do it. Our question of the day is brought to you by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Which player, no matter what the sport, made you a fan of that team? Once again, our question of the day brought to you by, brought to you by Fanatics. Which player made you a fan of the team that you follow?
Okay, I got a handful of them, obviously.
I was about to say same thing for me.
I heard that one.
Did you hear that one?
Reggie.
Wait, how do I put it in the opening? Reggie Miller? Yeah.
I mean, why do you think I said what I said when it came to the Knicks? Last time they were relevant, Reggie Miller told him to choke on it.
Mm-hmm. So my wife gets in on the fun with Reggie Miller. The Chiefs for the Droid says Jamal Charles. For the Panthers is Barkov. For the Royals is Danny Duffy, left-handed. I think it was a left-handed pitcher. For me,
yeah, he was left-handed.
For me, what made me a fan of the 49ers was Joe Montana. And what made me a fan of the St. Louis baseball Cardinals, I have two. Ozzie Smith and pitcher Joaquin Andahar. I don't know why. It just was. For my White Sox, the first time I ever became a fan of the White Sox, I saw Greg Luzinski hit a home run on the roof. And then 1 year later, Ron Kittle showed up. I ain't got to tell you what he did in his rookie year. And now for a special Snowman's Takes us, Victor Locke. The Chicago Cubs has the Snowman crying foul. No, they have, and I mean this kiddingly, they have me crying really foul. They're actually playing good baseball. Victor Locke says Mongo and Sweetness for the Bears. He says Nolan Ryan for the Astros, Michael Irvin for the Cowboys, MJ for the Bulls. Yep, MJ did it for me too. Eddie the Eagle for the Blackhawks. Yep. For the Blackhawks, for me, besides Eddie the Eagle Belfour, it was Doug Wilson. It was number 24, Doug Wilson.
Let's see.
How about you, Napoleon?
For me and my green and gold, I've got quite the handful. Let's start off with the pitching. Tim Hudson, Mark Mulder, Barry Zito.
That staff was evil when they were together.
Indeed. It's a shame that Zito kind of collapsed after that Cy Young year, but outside of that, we then go into good old Eric Chavez, who I still say is an underrated third baseman, just because, I mean, look at the man. The man was starting to chase greatness with those consecutive Gold Gloves before he got hurt.
True.
Yeah.
You know who did it for me for the A's?
You know who did it for me for the A's, Napoleon?
Whom?
Speaking of pitchers, Dave Stewart. Love Dave Stewart. Droid, go ahead.
So the Royals, it's kind of a mix of players. That's like, it's basically that whole 2015 championship team, basically, I could say. You know, Mike Moustakas, Eric Hosmer, Danny Duffy, all them guys, including Sally, who's still playing to this day. Panthers, for my dad, it was Scott Mellenby.
Right.
because he's an old head. But for me, I feel like it wasn't really Barkov. It was Hubie Dooby Doo, who's no longer on the team. Jonathan Huberdeau. Because I hear Dr. K in the back.
She's doing an interview right now, so I got to keep it to a low roar while she's on the phone.
Chiefs, I'll give you a defensive and I'll give you an offensive.
Okay.
Defensive, it's the man that beat cancer himself, Eric Berry.
Yep.
Offensive, arguably one of the greatest Chiefs running backs of all time, Jamal Charles.
I can dig
I
that.
could go with that. I can dig that.
NBA, it's really controversial, especially on this show. The beard. The beard made of the Rockets.
Go sit in the corner, bud. Go grab the dunce cap and go sit in the corner.
Since we're talking about Rockets, the person who did it for me was Akeem Olajuwon.
Yes.
I wish I was able to see Hakeem in the dream, but also I'm kind of glad I didn't, because at least I get to stay young for a little bit longer.
Dude.
What the hell are you trying to say, old boy?
Listen, Droid, shut up. I'm 53 and I feel like I'm still young, okay?
I'm turning 40 this year and I watched some of the best time in the NBA. Come on now.
It's hard to say what made me an AFC Bournemouth fan, because, I could always say it's Evan Nielsen, but then people are like, oh, you just started following this year? No, I've been following for a few years now. It's just I never really fully followed the team. I've been a Bournemouth casual for the last 5 of the last 7 years. I've been a fan of the team. I've just been a casual. I haven't really been following them too heavily until recently. But for SKC, Eric Tommy, the legendary captain Eric Tommy. You can also say Johnny Russell too. They've been both GOATs. What did McCoffey say?
McCoffey said, "What's the topic of discussion? The first player that made us fall in love with our teams." Yes, that's the topic. Before we go to a break,
dealing with me. Obviously, things are a little bit wacky back in the 90s because we didn't have the local teams because of blackout restrictions. But obviously, when it came to basketball, who else? Number 23.
Michael Jordan.
MJ.
But when it came down to the Celtics, yes. Bird was there, McHale was there, all those guys. That entire team.
I have a feeling when he came to the Red Sox, you loved Big Papi.
Bro, I've been following the Red Sox since Mo Vaughn was playing.
Wow.
Mo Vaughn.
That's a name.
Mo Vaughn,
then Nomar, then Pedro.
Nomar from Wicked Fire.
And then, of course,
they used to say on the Red Sox broadcast.
Then, of course, Man Ram coming over in 2001.
Who was that one player? I think Austin Pedroia, I think his name was.
Who hit a walk-off home run? Who hit a walk-off hard, went over the... Oh, no. Oh,
Breaking
no.
news.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Is it Austin or Dustin Pedroia?
Dustin.
Hold on. Breaking-ish news, says Ryan McCarthy. Ted Turner passes away at the age of 87.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm too young to know.
Ted Turner used to run TBS, CNN. He had the entire broadcasting down in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, he was...
He also owned WCW.
I didn't even ask your opinions on WWE stuff as of recently.
We'll talk later.
Oh, wow. CNN released the news on social media a little over 45 minutes ago.
So it'll take a minute before ESPN picks up the story too.
Yeah.
But we got it here first. You see us, ladies and gentlemen, we got it before the 4-letter network.
We did. So to pick up the spirit, the 4-letter network just took in
And you know Ian
I also
Rappaport.
I
And
also
you know
got to
Ian
correct Victor
Rappaport.
on something. I got to correct
Yep.
Victor on something.
It's
Dude,
okay.
it wasn't Tuukka Rask. It was Ray Bork and Cam Neely for me in the
I
Bruins.
remember those two.
And
But
for
we
the
all know
Patriots,
Dogs fan.
for the
I know for
Patriots,
the
it was
Patriots,
Ty
Tom
Law
Brady.
and Ben Coates. No.
Oh, it's Ty Law. Okay.
Ty Law and Ben Coates.
Ben Winter Coates.
Hey, I grew up with Bledsoe and doggone Bill Parcells, okay? Come
Yeah.
on.
I was gonna say
yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
Bledsoe Patriots, not Brady Patriots. But that's just
man.
they kept beating us all the damn time.
Well, that's because your Chiefs weren't crap back in the 90s. What are you talking about?
Well, we
Oh,
had like
jeez.
a washed Joey M.
I know
Well,
the joke was there, Victor, but come
joke
on,
was right
dude.
there.
Let's be real.
McCarthy says Ray Bork should have been a New Jersey Devil in 2000, but alas. What makes it so bad? Ray Bork finally lifted the Stanley Cup a year later when he won with Colorado. We got a break. 11:04 is your time. We got a break, and then after the break, we got an ID and a lot of hockey talk. Are the Golden Knights for real? A game?
No.
I don't
Shut
know. We'll talk
Real
about that and
thing.
more, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick. This is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years a fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Man, what are we doing?
I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. It's 11:07, and we owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WJKS TV, your Hoosier Sports Home and Indiana Sports Hub play-by-play voice. You're listening to WHDR-DB, your radio home and voice of the Carolinas. You're listening to WBWS-DB, your new Chicago Sports Hub radio voice.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
And Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell.
Here, bronsexuals.
Well, that game sucked.
I'm on Alarm Island.
The is that?
Shut your mouth.
You like that? You like that?
You fool!
We need to see it.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty chiz.
The utter blasphemy.
I'm on Alarm Island. What is that?
Okay. Give me them chickens.
Here's my list from Ryan McCarthy. New York Jets, Richard Todd. I remember him. Yankees, Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. Gotta love that. Devils, Sean Burke. Remember him when I was a Nets fan back in the day. Drazen Petrovic. There you go. There you go. I was watching some older episodes and saw that I Really Want to Be a Thing. Jen Yozo's top 10 fails in VTubing 2025. Oh my gosh.
That would be interesting.
I can give you I got too many clips to pull out 10. I got
two fails right now. The fact we had to deal with glitch twice during their streams.
Oh jeez. To the NHL we go, and the Golden Knights beat the Ducks in the start of their round 2 series 3-1. The Hurricanes are now up 2-0 on the Philadelphia Flyers. I'll start there. Are the Hurricanes going to tease us again with a conference final appearance and then collapse, or are they actually going to finish the thing? Dog, I'll start with you first.
No, they ain't going to finish it. Lines are too short. I mean, the fact of the matter is they should have at least won one of the first 2 games to make a statement, but unfortunately, down 2-0, good luck with that.
Droid, your thoughts on that series?
Let me put it as simply as I possibly can.
Oh, dear.
The Carolina Hurricanes, they're cool and all, but they don't have Brandon Bussey in there, do they? No. They got to put Freddie Anderson in. And Freddie Anderson, in my opinion, is one of the worst starting goaltenders in the NHL right now.
Who is this mook talking?
Oh, dear Lord, here we go.
So I'll tell it like this, son. Carolina Hurricanes, yes, they will make the Eastern Conference Finals, but do I think they'll win? No.
Someone want to tell me who this mook is that's talking?
Who is this guy that's who is this guy that stepped in for Droid?
Listen, my name is David.
Well, David, get the hell out and stay out.
Oh my
David,
god!
Did anybody tell you sound like Peter Jackson?
I come at any time Droid is a little too tired to give his opinions.
Noted.
So he left me a little list of notes.
A list of notes.
Why does this kid sound like the bastard child of Star Child?
Don't you start. Don't you start.
Hear any Michael Jackson comparisons, because Michael Jackson is one of the greatest singers of all time.
Okay,
and I'm just a guy that talks hockey.
And since we're talking hockey,
David, get out of my seat. Oh, fine. Damn.
Oh, in the name of the Tom Brady, the David Ortiz, and the Cam Neely, amen. Thank God.
Oh, no, not you, too.
When did Father O'Shaughnessy get here? I just got back. Oh, I'd love to put Father O'Shaughnessy in the boards. Shut up, Shorzy.
Shut up, Shorzy.
Oh,
Father O'Shaughnessy needs to go to hell. That's what
Is that going to be a graphic now? Shut up, Shorzy.
Yes, that's going to be a graphic. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. inside of George.
I'm already in hell. I mean, look at
Will
what
you
we got
shut up?
doing.
No one asked you.
Nobody
Jeez
asked Father
Louise.
O'Shaughnessy.
Jeez Louise. Listen, Father O'Shaughnessy's mistake is liking Tuukka Rask. And we all know how that went.
You know what? I see why Playmaker wanted him to go to him.
I do too. He shows up. He shows up. Listen, Father O'Shaughnessy, I got a message for you.
And Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell.
I'm already in hell. It's called being a New England fan.
You shut up.
Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell. That's what.
Oh no!
Wait.
Playoffs. So not only did you make the playoffs, you made the Super Bowl. Oh, how tragic it is to be a fan of your teams.
We got more breaking-ish news. The PWHL is expanding to Detroit next season. I'll talk about that tomorrow in a special Snowman's Take, because I'm going to go off on that piece of news. Even though I love the PWHL, talk about that tomorrow. Now then, since we got David out of the way and Shorzy is trying to peek in, Droid, please break down this Hurricanes Flyers series with the Canes up 2-0. And my question is Carolina going to tease us with another Eastern Conference final appearance and then collapse?
Well, I didn't hear what David said because his voice is soft as baby wipes. So I don't know what he told you.
It sounded like Michael Jackson.
This segment of David is brought to you by Dude Wipes.
That's it. A quip.
But Frederick Anderson, he's been playing like a dog. I can't even lie. Like he's not the best goaltender, no, but is he a good goaltender? Yes, he is.
Napoleon, get back here. Thank you. Does Carolina sweep the series?
They should, but in reality, they're going to win in 5.
In 5? Okay. Game 3 is Thursday in Philadelphia.
Yes, it is.
Also, we have the Ducks and the Golden Knights, with the Golden Knights winning 3-1, although a scuffle occurred at the end of the game. Game 2 is tonight, and it's at 9:30. I think I'm going to be busy.
Let me put it as simply as possible with the Vegas series. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. This, in order for Mitch Marner to prove that Toronto was the problem, he needs to make it past the second round at least. So this is a must-win series for Mitch Marner, not really a must-win series for Vegas, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, if they win tonight, they take a stranglehold on the series and lead 2-0 going to the pond in Anaheim. So Mitch Marner is the key for Vegas in this series?
Yeah, Mitch Marner is going to be the key for Vegas. And then the key for Anaheim is Lucas Dostal, the goaltender. He needs to be able to stay on his game and only let up 2 goals like he did last a couple nights ago.
Yeah, but the forechecking for Vegas was unbelievable. The forechecking for Vegas was crazy because when they got the lead, they kept Anaheim off the boards. Golden Knights will be daffy. Oh my gosh!
Shoot the doc.
He took a piece from one of my favorite cartoons, Duck Rabbit Duck on Looney Tunes. Shoot the doc! Shoot the doc! Jackson McComb needs to finish. Agreed. We got another one tonight in Buffalo. The Montreal
I'm not worried about
Canadiens.
that.
You're not? Why not?
Because we got this Avalanche Wild series to get to first because they played first.
Well, the games tonight are Canadiens Sabres. That's at 7. And the Ducks and the Golden Knights are at 9:30. So this may be a carousel night after all. Those are the games tonight. The series you wanted to look at was which one?
Minnesota
and Colorado. Colorado's up 2-0.
In the, you know what? I'll let Chris Bay say it for me.
Okay. And I think you are looking for this.
What in the all types of blue hell
was that game one? I mean, 9-6.
No goalies. It was a shootout. No goalies.
Jesper Wallstead, 34 for 42, 2 for 3 on the power play.
Mhm.
An 81 save percentage. Scott Wedgwood, 30 for 36, 83.3 save percentage. Y'all didn't exist.
You know what the strange part of this is? Ryan McCoffey talked about it earlier in the week. The Colorado Avalanche became the first team to lead by 3 goals, which is when I went to bed, come back and trail by 3 goals, and then win by 3 goals. Especially when they have a 4-goal third period.
They did what now?
They led by 3. Minnesota came all the way back. Colorado was trailing, and then the Avalanche still won by 3, 9-6.
I was going to say they never trailed by 3. The biggest lead
Good
we
Lord.
had was 1 at
Okay,
157.
so I got that wrong.
2.
So I got that wrong. They became the first team to lead by 3, trail in the game, and still win by 3.
Somebody said on
NHL 26.
Somebody said on the Real app, which is the app I use for all my sports coverage because we don't like the 4-letter network in this town. Somebody said the Real app.
Spell it.
REAL, like the word
Okay.
real, like reality.
Okay. They lost the lead 5-4, then scored 5 goals and won by 3. Jesus.
I will let you know, it's fested with brawn sexuals.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus.
But
Somebody
said on the 8th goal by Colorado, Broncos 2-point conversion is good. And then
By the
somebody
way-
said, let the Avs play football for Denver.
Even then, they still wouldn't have had a shot against New England, but that's beside the point.
You know what? You know what? The Colorado Avalanche scored 9 goals last night. The Patriots scored 10 points in the AFC Championship and won 10-7.
Exactly.
No, this is NHL.
But-
No, this is NHL 94 all over again. Shut up, Victor.
I'm going to put it this way: when it comes to Buffalo and Montreal, I could care
let's
less.
move.
Buffalo knocked us out, and I say, screw you, Montreal.
So
in other
you
words,
don't have a dog in
I'm
this
not
fight.
biased.
Hold on. In other words, Dog is doing this for that Canadian Sabres series.
Oh, dog, that's Austin's music, and I'm over here eating dark chocolate M&Ms. Where's my Skittles?
Listen, the most
Wait a
iconic
minute.
moment
He
hearing
said chocolate M&Ms and Skittles. Really?
Dark chocolate M&Ms.
I don't
Dark
remember
chocolate
what
M&Ms.
group it was, because I don't have a lot of WWE knowledge. I'm sure Shaner will remind me of the group, but it was like a bunch of Irishmen and Scotsmen.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden, the Avengers basically came out. And the third one to come out was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It was Rusev at the time, Sheamus.
AT&T Stadium, I believe.
Yes, it was. It was Sheamus, it was Rusev, and there was like 2 other people. And then it was Michaels, Austin, and Foley all came out. Then The Rock showed up and basically went boots to anuses.
And that's what Colorado did to Minnesota. 5-2 was the win last night. They're now up 2-0. They get 3 days off, and they play Saturday night at
Thank goodness.
9 p.m.
So now I can actually watch a game. Thank the Lord.
What are you complaining about? No, I'm just kidding.
I work 4 p to 2 a.m. I have every right to complain.
I know. I've been there. I've done that.
But tonight's goaltenders are Jakub Dobesh and Alex Lyon. Alex Lyon, the former Florida Panther. And the thing is, you notice that The Florida Panthers are really good at developing goaltenders, even ones that have been career backups. Alex Lyon, career backup, now starting for the Sabres in the playoffs. Anthony Stolarz, career backup, was starting for the Maple Leafs in the playoffs.
Speaking of the Maple Leafs, got some news about them in a minute. Who's our goaltenders for Vegas and Anaheim?
It looks like Lucas Dostal and Carter Hart, same as game 1. And I know what you're about to say. I don't care. And the only people that care is the city of Toronto, that they got the first overall pick.
They actually won some. They actually won something. They're kind of like Cub fans.
They got Gavin Punch Your Teeth Out McKenna.
Toronto Maple Leafs got the number 1 pick in the NHL.
Yeah. Of course.
The Toronto Maple Leafs won something.
The only good thing going for Toronto.
The city of Toronto is happy.
After what I saw last November, I'm surprised they are happy. But the Maple Leafs did indeed win the NHL lottery. They'll have the first overall pick. You heard the goaltenders for tonight, but I'm going to ask Droid to say them again. Canadiens and Bruins, 7 p.m. is the face-off time in Buffalo. Who's in net for each of these?
The Czech goaltender Jakub Dobeš, and then the American, I believe he's American. Let me double check before I say that. Yes, he's from the American from Baudette, Minnesota, the 33-year-old Alex Lyon.
This game will start their second round series.
Boss
Meanwhile,
man, I gotta
Vegas.
correct you on something.
Talk to me.
You just called the Buffalo Sabres the Buffalo Bruins. How dare you insult my team like that?
Rude. I apologize. I haven't had any caffeine. The Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. Jakub Dobeš is the man to watch in goal for Montreal. Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader is at 9:30. It's in Vegas. It's the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. And Droid, who's in net for these teams?
6'2", coming out of Brno, Czech Republic, the 25-year-old Lucas Dostal. Coming in for Anaheim, and then the totally not convicted felon, the 6'2", 27-year-old out of Sherwood Park, Alberta, the Canadian Carter Hart.
Shut up, Droid.
It's such a bad joke, but it's.
I know. I know. I can't believe you did that.
The totally not convicted felon.
Totally not convinced. We could say that about a few people, but we're not going to. That's Droid's Power Play, presented by Fanatics.
And since this is the playoffs, I want to do a little something.
Okay.
We'll call him the NHL Playoff Picks, presented by Deemed Fit.
Alrighty.
I'm going to, from now on, keep a record from each weekday that we call in terms of the games, unless on Fridays we decide to go ahead and just call the weekend games.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight, first game 1, 6 p.m., as we mentioned, Dobeš and Lyon in net. I'm going to start with you, Brian. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Canadiens.
All right, the Canadiens. Napoleon, who you got?
Remind me of the matchup.
It's
Buffalo Sabres, Montreal Canadiens.
It's at Buffalo.
It's at Buffalo.
Give me them red leaves, the Canadiens.
He's going with the Canadiens. He's going with the Canadiens.
Shaner, I know you want to break glass on this.
What's the line on this game?
The line, let me check that.
It doesn't matter what the line is on this game.
Buffalo is favored by 1.5. Over under is set at 5.5.
I don't give two craps. I'm jumping out the window.
You're jumping out the window. Oh no. Which means I got a button to push.
Yes, you do.
I got a button to push. Dogs call.
I called. That's House's music.
You can't even be too mad at getting eliminated when you all really eliminated yourself. That was the thing about the Bruins. The only thing that killed you was yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't remind me. We got so much buckshot in our own foot. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
In seriousness, give me Montreal, but it goes to overtime.
Oh, you're taking the Habs, your rivals.
Yeah, he's taking them.
And I'm going to make it a Fanatics clean sweep. I'm taking the Montreal Canadiens to take game 1 of this Eastern Conference semifinal matchup.
There's something about the Montreal Canadiens that reminds me of their dynasty days, and I think they got a surprise for Buffalo. Second game, Ducks and Golden Knights. 9:30 is the time. What's the line?
All right. The line is currently set at 1.5. Vegas is favored. Goals over under 6.5 for this one. And to remind you, your goaltenders are Lucas Dostal and Carter Hart.
I'm going with Vegas, and I'm taking the over.
Napoleon?
Vegas.
Shaner?
Anaheim doesn't have Jiggy Jaguar in net. Give me Vegas, and it's going to be a shutout.
Oh, okay. He's calling for a shutout. Okay.
I would normally make this a clean sweep, but I have hate in Vegas blood.
Why?
Because one of my good friends is a Vegas fan, and I just love to poke fun at him. So even if it makes me go to 1-1 on the night, or even 0-2, I'm going to take the Anaheim Ducks.
Okay.
By the way, I noticed we've made all of these picks once I started coming up with the whole NFL thing. What have I started around here?
You started a lot of fun. That's what you started. And we may see Deb Wickus on Friday.
Hey, yo, let's go.
I'll have a confirmation here in a few minutes. McCarthy says the Adirondack Thunder beat the Maine Mariners, not sorry dog, in overtime. And that means tonight at 7 p.m. in the ECHL North Division semifinal, we have a
Game 7.
You mean something LeBron's allergic to?
Something James Harden is allergic to. Let's be real.
That too.
McCarthy, I got a question for you. Is there a way I can pick up that broadcast? Because I might peek in on it during the sports carousel tonight.
So Victor's got VGK, and he's got the Habs to keep it a clean sweep in the Eastern Conference semifinal.
Habs. Oh, Habs. I can't trust Buffalo.
So I'm going to just keep it a buck with y'all. It's either we're going 0-2 or y'all are going 1-1 and I'm going 0-2.
Listen, I don't trust I'm sorry. I just don't trust Buffalo. Y'all better keep your mouths closed on Friday. You know what, Victor? I'm going to tell her.
Victor, your Fly Eagles fry is not as bad as my Alarm Island. Shut up.
Oh, he just doesn't want to get in trouble with Deb. That's why Victor's telling us to keep our mouth shut.
Victor, my mistake turned into a bumper and likely merchandise. Come on.
The merchandise is ready.
That's gotta be Gamecocks merch now.
What the hell are you talking about? The merch is ready. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
so I do hate to burst your bubble, Brian, but the entirety of the ACHL playoffs is behind a paywall. It's under Flow Hockey.
I just saw.
Yeah, and to even make it worse, it's $30 a month.
Well, that's the same thing as flow racing when we want to watch dirt tracks or short track action.
Well, yeah, it's the same. It's the
$30
same
a month,
company. Same company.
Yeah,
$30 a month. To hell with that.
I paid one $30 month just to watch my Wichita Thunder.
Right.
And
Was it worth it?
Sucked. The broadcasting sucked. The play-by-play, it's my Wichita Thunder, so I got to say it was pretty damn good. But the overall broadcast quality is not worth the $30 a month they make you pay.
That's all I need to know.
Victor,
That's all I need to know.
You're better off just buying a YouTube TV subscription.
Yeah.
Victor, yours is a song.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a bumper. Mine is a sound bite. Mine is merchandise.
Yeah.
I have it worse.
And the merch may drop today.
I'm sorry, what?
Here.
We need a break.
One more thing to do. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I would love to know that.
Throws to
Jesus Christ. That might be a shirt too.
Victor, at least you know what your merchandise looks like. I've got no idea. I'm in the dark more than Tuukka Rask against the Blackhawks.
I'm not going to give it away. I want to, but I'm not going to give it away. 37 after the hour. And the Empress just got home from her workday.
And no, you're not hearing things, Empress. Guess who decided to crash the party?
It all started with...
In the name of the Tom Brady, the Manny Ramirez, and the David Ortiz, amen. Now let's go.
And it's ending with Alarm Island.
And give me them
You
chickens.
mean this?
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks.
Yep. That.
Not your proudest moment. I'll definitely say that.
No, but one that's apparently going to live in show lore longer than anything else I've ever done in this lifetime.
I got a couple more up my sleeve for you.
It's a good dad lore, though.
I even got one for Droid.
What?
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 All right, so we're at the end. We've covered everything we basically needed to cover. So I can finally ask my question. What do you think of Joe Hendry's new song?
Who?
I mean,
Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul?
Oh, gosh.
That was hilarious.
On the show, can't
Speak-
talk.
Speaking of hilarious, there's a piece of business we need to do.
Oh, no. We got to push that button,
We've taken care of everything. And a comment from Rising Rhino spurred me on today. And thank you, Rhino, for the criticism. We needed it. We need to stay focused on business, and we did. Now, let's have a little fun.
And we need to see
This is supposed to be fun.
Oh, before we do that, this happens.
And the band is back together just in time for the most frivolous bullcrap ever.
Just in time, right?
Yep, the
most
band is
frivolous
back together
bullcrap.
indeed.
Did you get the video I forwarded to you, by the way?
I did.
Good. Because I hope you're going to be talking about it now.
Coffee.
What did he say now?
Can we fire Logan Paul? Everybody, Paul. Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul? He's one amazing athlete, but he's a piece of trash. He can shove them trading cards directly up his Paul. Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul? Everybody, Paul.
Can we fire Logan Paul?
Are you okay there, Brian?
This is why we love Joe Hendry on the main roster.
Oh my
God.
Napoleon, good to see you, by the way.
I said that.
Happy to be alive.
Use
Hey,
a
I'm
troll.
just saying, I haven't seen
Use a troll.
Seriously, boss? This again?
I said that.
The infinite loop?
Oh, he did this to me last week. Don't worry about it.
Use a troll.
Troll!
Use a troll. I said that. Use a troll.
Listen, Victor, let me put it simply. Joe
Shane,
Hendry said it in his song.
just a moment. Shane, finish it.
Oh, that troll. Thank you for all that, Joe Hendry. But Logan Paul, shut up.
Listen, let me
I was
put
waiting
it
to
simply,
speak.
Victor. We love him. He's like Joe Hendry said, he's one amazing athlete, but he's a piece of trash.
I think
Speaking of a
Logan
piece of
Paul is
trash.
a trashy person in general.
Speaking of a piece of trash,
I was about to say we got
There's
something left.
there's a button I need. There's a button I need to push. A couple
You
of
don't
them.
need to push it.
Here we
You don't need
go.
to push it. Please don't push it.
Nah, give him what.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
More of this frivolity.
This segment is frivolous.
Look, given what happened to me yesterday.
Oh my
I need to talk about this. I need to talk about this.
I don't think anybody heard what I said.
No, I heard you. That's why I'm laughing over here. Oh my god.
I said, James, just retire LeBron James. Everybody, James, just retire LeBron
James. Okay.
Oh goodness.
Now that song's gonna be in my head.
That's gonna end up being a segment.
Dadgummit.
Oh,
Droid, you gave me an idea.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
I just got some news.
Oh,
what?
Astros star Carlos Correa out for the season.
Correa's out?
Correa is out for the year.
ACL injury?
What happened?
I'm trying to look into it. I just got the notification from Stadium Live. He will undergo surgery for his ACL injury.
Yep. Call it.
Oh. That might not only be the end of the season, that might be his career. I'm getting the news myself. Yeah. On an ankle that was injured. Ay.
Well, that homecoming didn't last long for Carlos.
Nope.
Whoa. Damn.
You're a troll for that one.
All right. James, just retire LeBron James. Now it's stuck in my head.
There we go.
Damn
There
it.
we go. In his head. There we
We're gonna have
go.
to write that song.
Anyway, we have
It's in my head.
This
It's in
segment
my-
of Frivolous Bull Crap is brought to you by
It's in-
Hennessy and Dude Wipes.
Why'd you have to bring up that brown liquor?
Because when you drink the brown liquor, you end up having brown problems.
Oh, man.
Let me.
Did you end up downloading that clip, by the way?
I haven't had a chance yet. I slept in.
Because I would like to talk about
Anywho,
it. Because it is related to this segment.
let me try this again.
Okay.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
This segment is brought to you by that too. This segment is brought to you by Leica Wipes. When you play like absolute crap, please use Leica Wipes.
James, just retire LeBron James. Give me this camera.
Here we
I was
go.
gonna say this segment is sponsored by Genevieve Full Body Tracking.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what? I wasn't
hell
even
was
going to do this. I wasn't.
But
inadvertently last night, before I had to take care of something with my family. I had a conversation with a broad sexual.
What you mean?
Here's what I mean.
Oh, God,
This
help us all.
bronze sexual had to go on the quote. You have no standing in your argument because LeBron James is the greatest of all time and you can't prove otherwise.
Close, dumbass.
Close, mass quote.
That's become a thing. You're welcome.
Let me repeat that again.
I don't think you want to.
Let me repeat that.
Please don't.
This bronze sexual said unto me while I was half asleep, quote, you have no standing in proving your argument. LeBron James is the greatest. Deal with it. I paraphrased it because there were a few extra words in there. Close, dumbass quote.
It's really
That's going to be a shirt.
basically a skill issue.
It's more than a skill issue.
Hey, Napoleon.
It's a
Really?
It's a
Napoleon,
brain
can
issue.
I ask you a question?
All I can say is
We'll talk after this.
Oh.
I really I can't prove that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James, huh?
1988. Anybody?
I can't prove that by saying I can't prove that by saying Michael Jordan has an award that LeBron will never win, which is Defensive Player of the Year. I can't prove that by saying Michael Jordan wins 6 for 6 in the finals and 6 finals MVPs. I can't prove that by saying he is the all-time scoring leader at 30.5 points per game for his career, which is even better than Will Chamberlain.
Or
I
the
can't
fact that
say
he
that.
did it 12 times.
I can't say that Michael Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times and LeBron did it only once.
Or the fact that Michael ended
You
up also on the
bronze-sexuals.
defensive team of the year.
Or the
Oh
fact
my
that Michael Jordan led the Bulls in 1996 to an achievement that LeBron James has never had. That achievement is this. The Chicago Bulls in the 95-96 season were able to lead the league in scoring at 105.2 points per game while being the defensive giant and holding teams to 90.5 points per game, which also led the league.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Michael Jordan was the first player ever to lead the league in scoring and steals. Yeah, aw.
Or how
Something
about the fact
LeBron
that
James has something
Or how
LeBron
about-
James has never done.
Or how about the fact that the Bulls never saw Game 7 in the finals while LeBron has lost Game 7s?
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, come on here. What are we doing?
In the Bulls dynasty run, they only saw Game 7 twice. Once it's against the Knicks in 1992, which was the East semifinals. It's against the Indiana. That series was a war. The NBA actually knew what basketball was. This watered down version of basketball sucks.
Not wrong.
And you know why it sucks so bad? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. Amen. LeBron James is at fault for everything wrong with the NBA. Flops, travels, lack of fundamentals.
That's another
Yeah, I
one
said
for
it.
Star Jar.
Lack of fundament. I know. I'm going to say it a few times. Lack of fundamentals.
I'm
LeBron
sorry,
James
Dwight,
came into the league without fundamentals, and he never worked on his game. As I said 4 years ago before I went under the knife, LeBron James is trash, and you bronsexuals are worse. LeBron James is straight up.
I don't know what's worse, the bronsexuals or the internet wrestling community.
I could tell you something worse.
Glitch.
All right.
How about Tomodachi Life turning my girlfriend into a bronsexual temporarily?
While I reset something, you tell everybody what happened. I'll be right back.
And no, guys, I'm not joking when I say this. Let me give you the rundown. So I decided a couple of days ago that I would go ahead and turn our good friend Snowman into a me on my Tomodachi Life Island. So I did. Last night, he decided he wanted to be friends with my girlfriend Tia. So I basically decided that their conversation should be the general conversation Snowman goes to. And I am paraphrasing this because I obviously cannot say the real word that I used. But I had them talk about how trash LeBron is.
Yeah.
Trash.
I have to edit that one.
Here's where it all went wrong.
Oh, no.
So you have Snowman's me say, it seems that how trash LeBron is all everyone's talking about these days. And then you just have Tia just stood there and she's just like, I hate to break it to you, Brian, but that's not true anymore. It hasn't been true for a while now. It's like, are you kidding me? What are you doing? What are you doing to my wife? Why are you doing this? Why are you turning my wife into a homosexual? Stop it. Stop now. Stop.
This game is broken. Please uninstall it this time. Thank you.
Steve Harvey.
We were all just sat there. We were shocked. We were appalled. There were people in my chat. This happened live on my stream, by the way, you guys. This happened live on my stream last night.
If you're not following her, please do so.
I even got the clip. Thanks to of course Matrix getting it highlighted. He sent it to me. I forwarded it to Snowman. But he can't show it because of the fact that he has to edit the swear words out.
I gotta edit
for
something.
radio.
Yep. Yeah, I do.
Point is, for a temporary amount of time, Tomodachi Life living the dream temporarily turned my girlfriend into a bronsexual.
Whenever you are in distress, please take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
I think Napoleon was looking for this.
Oh, hell no! Yes, I was. Thank you.
Yes.
Anyway, Napoleon, I was going to ask you, did you ever make like a sound clip of Mokoko saying skill issue?
I don't have it on my board, but Snowman's got it.
Could we please play that?
Yes!
Like that?
Oh my God.
Yes. That
I
one.
swear.
I don't know why, but I love hearing Mokoko say that.
I'm just actually waiting for. I'm
All
just
it
waiting for
took
my
was a
butt
little
to get
bit
turned
of
into
League
that.
of Legends.
Give me this
GG
camera back.
Murin, you chaotic gremlin.
You know what, bronsexuals? You tire me out. You wear me out with your stupidity. And on top of that, you don't even do any research. There are like 3 or 4 YouTube channels that can prove my point. Once again, as I said before, there are 2 things that Michael Jordan did involving defense that LeBron has never done. Number 1, he's led the league in scoring and steals. And you know something? He did it 3 times. And second, in 1988, 3 time. Yes, 3 time.
3 time.
And second, in 1988, LeBron James won. Excuse me, Michael Jordan won an award that LeBron James will never win because LeBron is lazy. You know what that award is? Defensive Player of the Year.
You do realize for the bronzexuals to actually look this stuff up, they'd actually have to have a brain cell to share among themselves.
Which they don't.
Don, that's assuming any of them even have a brain cell.
Oh,
and that's
on that note,
and
Brian, please finish.
And
this.
that's one hell of an assumption. So to all you bronzexuals, you, and you. And get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Oh, good. I can wear my
Good Lord, Jen. Talk about turning my layup into an absolute freaking facial.
Turning your what?
I laid that
Layup.
ball up there and you doggone turned it into a poster dunk that belonged on Kodak. Damn.
Tomorrow on the show, more playoff game breakdowns, more team breakdowns, and more stuff in baseball. Can the White Sox take 2 of 3 from the Angels? We'll find out. Can the Oakland Athletics keep their winning record in the American League West Division? Yeah, I know. I said something foul, but it's the truth. We'll find out all that and more tomorrow. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And Rising Rhino, I thank you once again for your words. We took care of business today and stayed on track. Thank you for that, my friend. I love you. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. You ain't following this cute. If you ain't following this cute one on Twitch or this handsome gent on Twitch, you need to. Genevieve Yoso and Napoleon Dynamite. See.